Right, so in this video, I'm going to show you a live example of how I trade, how I prepare for my trading sessions, and everything. I will see how we can catch some trades and go from there. So I'm logged into my account right now. This is about $19. I like to keep my balances small, and try to see the best I can do with a little balance. Of course, also trying to teach people that, hey, you don't need so much to trade and make profit. So if you're new to this channel and you're just stumbling across me, please like and subscribe, for you'll get value from what we're doing here. So hit this notification bell, smash the like button, and let's get into it. So normally, if you've ever seen me trade, I normally use two charts. I use one on 1 minute, then I use the other one on 5 minutes, and I put a few indicators on them. So let me move to the other chart, which is this. So let me go to 5 minutes. This is Euro USD, because that's my favorite pair and I like to trade. 5 minutes chart. So I start from the daily and I draw my lines. What I try to do is that I use different colors for my lines, and I put them at for visualization purpose, so I can easily know different levels. So first of all, I'll put daily notable points. For daily, normally I just use white, so that I can easily recognize when daily levels are broken. So I put it here for this point, this turning point on the daily time frame. So any other daily points immediate that may be useful? Okay, well, let me use this one that was broken, even though it may not be immediately relevant. Okay, let's move to 4 hours. Let's see levels we can find on the 4 hours. Okay, so in 4 hours, I normally use something close to white, but not exactly white. So I'll look for a color that is, just kind of like off-white. I can tell that it's not exactly white. Let me try this and see. Okay, that can suffice. Okay, so I put one there, then I put probably another here. It's just close to white, but it's not exactly white. Okay, for 1 hour, I go to 1 hour now. For 1 hour and 30 minutes, I usually just use blue most of the time. To change the color, you just right click on it, go to properties, fix the color that you have in mind, and take it to the turning levels on that. So this 1 hour, you can find the reversal level here. Let me zoom out so that I can see some of them better. Okay, so I think I can also find another one here. That is this point here and this point here. This one has already been broken, but anyhow, let me still put it sharp, because we try to use the current reversal levels that have not yet been affected. 30 minutes too, I use the same blue in 30 minutes. So we have one here, and just below us we also have another one, and we also have one here too. Okay, so I guess these are like the obvious 30 minutes I'm seeing. Okay, then I move to 15 minutes. For 15 minutes I use orange color most of the time. So I change the properties, I look for orange, which is usually around here. This is just my preference anyway, so that I can easily know when those levels are breached. I can easily see that, okay, this is the level that is being breached, and that's usually affect my decision to whether pursue the trade or slow down on pursuing the trade. The stronger the level, the more chances that the market is going to react to that level. Right at this moment, it's like we're even about to have another 15 minutes just close around here. So we may actually just have an opportunity about to form right now. So that may just be the first trade we take. It depends on how this closes. Okay, so if it had closed as a sell there, if that level had closed as a sell there, let me look at the 15 minutes again. Okay, I was right. If that closed as a sell, this would have been like a turning point, but it didn't. So back to 5 minutes. So let's put some lines on 5 minutes. So 5 minutes I usually use, for 5 minutes I usually use the red line. Change the color to red. So this is a turning point. This is also a turning point. This is also a turning point. So this, those are all turning points. Okay, and then also have here as a turning point too on 5 minutes. And these are all what you can call immediate levels that have not yet been breached. Now, most importantly is determining the predominant trend. Even though in this case that seems to be quite obvious, you know, which is that the predominant trend is downwards, you know. Predominant, although we may be experiencing like a bounce because the market actually broke down selling, broke a major level, you know. This turnaround came and over the weekend it broke, it went up and came back and has broken it again. So you can generally say that okay, the predominant trend is selling. So now that that's all set up, so we know that okay, majorly we are looking for opportunities to sell. So I come to this side on my 1 minute chart and I put some indicators. Indicators I usually put RSI, although you may not need to do it, but this just helps to further help me in the decisions I make while trading. I put RSI and stochastic oscillator. I just change the stochastic oscillator to 20 and 80. And when both of them are in the same overbought and oversold, you know, I usually also use a moving average too. Most of the time I just use 200 in the moving average. So that is that. Sometimes the chart does this. You can stop that by just going to 5 minutes here, another time frame, then coming back to the one you were in before. So everything set up, expand the chart, you know, so I can see what's going on boldly. So I'm looking at my 5 minutes this way, looking at my 1 minute this way, and begin to wait for the opportunity to show up. Although right now stochastic is at oversold, RSI is also getting high, you know. So, and in fact, there's already crossed kind of. So on 1 minute, okay. So I guess this already played out, you know. It's already kind of played out. This was an opportunity actually to sell, but um, although I would have preferred this the RSI to actually also get there, to actually also get there too. But it's okay. Another opportunity will come. So while that is on, I also would usually just check Forex Factory, look at the news, see what's going on in the news for the day, see if we have any major events coming. Since I'm trading Euro USD, Euro and Pound will be on, Euro and the US dollar will be on my mind, like 8:45 or something that came out. Okay, I think we might be having an opportunity here. 5 minutes just finished. Okay, so I'm in with my first trade. So I will explain why I took that trade, but let's now focus on see how the trade plays out. So I have about 17 seconds to go and it's still pulling downward. Okay, so I think we have won this one because just 4 seconds left and it's still pulling down. So we won that trade, our first trade. The reason why I took that trade was this: a 5 minutes level just finished. This was a turnaround point. Let me draw the line there so that you see why I took that trade. This place here was a turnaround point. A 5 minutes level just finished and we had one close up, we had the other one close down. So it closed lower than the turnaround point and the price came back and hit a 5 minutes turnaround point. So I sold immediately, it hit it. That was why I took that trade. Usually you expect a little reaction from turnaround points. Of course, I took the trade on 1 minute. The turnaround point happened on 5 minutes. So naturally one would have expected some kind of reaction from that. So it has already bridged that point, but let me still leave the line there for a while, just as we continue looking for other opportunities. So sometimes you just see the opportunity like that fast and you need to quickly take it as you see it happen. So on the 1 minute right now, you can see that it's just bridging the MMA, the simple moving average 200. The simple moving average 200 usually gives you an average direction of price for a period of time. So we can see the price here just bridging it up gradually. Just bridging it up gradually. So if on 1 minute right now, with it closing above it, the general trend for 1 minute, we may no longer be taking the general trend on 1 minute as selling. For 1 minute time frame, the general trend bias is gradually changing towards a buy. So the market is rising. So I was looking at Forex, even though I'm watching this, what's going on here. So let me look at Forex Factory again. 11 o'clock something came out all day. Okay. So the euro has had some positive news come out, though this wasn't positive. I can't tell whether this one was positive or not because there was no forecast. But this was clearly not positive for it. Spanish unemployment change, German unemployment change, CPI flash, then call CPI estimate there. Okay, well, the next major news is by 2:15, and that's for Euro USD. Oh, today is non-farm payroll. Okay, non-farm, and we have a Canada bank rate. I mean, by afternoon, we're going to have this markets moving strong. So if another 5 minutes is about ending, so I think I can probably just put another line down here. So another line down here. Okay, so let me even put, there's something I want to put on this chart. I'll put a moving average on this chart and look at what is happening on the 15 minutes. Let me use white so that I see it very clearly. Okay, so on 15 minutes, what's the trend still like? Okay, it's still down there. 1 hour is still down. I just want to be sure that the trend is still down generally on the time frame I'm looking at. Because I'm looking at taking a sell here, but I'm also being mindful that I'm in the right direction. So maybe I'll put it as a pending order. Open price 0820. Open price. Okay, open price. Okay, close price. Close price here was so I cannot get in this thing. Close price here was 0927. Now the open price was 0927. Okay, it was at the same level. So let me put a pending order at that level for 0927. Be sure I got that right. I'm looking at this place. I'm looking at this turnaround on the 5 minutes. Okay, so I put pending order at that level for 1 minute. I'm back to 1 minute chart. Why I'm doing that is because, of course, I want to be sure that I'm looking for opportunities to sell. Opportunities to sell. Because that's the predominant trend. So it's rising, I'll be looking at such opportunities where it turns around and comes back the other way. So this is 11:28 now. So let's patiently keep watching. One could have even argued that somewhere around there just now one could have also sold again after the two buys because of the cross. But let's see. Okay, so it's advancing over towards it, and this is overbought, so I think we can have some confidence that if it breaches it, it should have some kind of pullback. So the candlestick was looking like it wanted to pull down. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. So I'll just increase this. Let me take a higher risk because of the confidence I have in that level. Okay, let's see. 93.7. Okay, so I think we won this trade also. Oh, but I thought I even increased this to take a higher risk. Obviously I didn't. I thought I increased it to 3 because I was quite confident in that level. And the reason why I was so confident was because this one also went into overbought, and of course this crossed. That would have been a place to actually take more risk, you know, but I guess I missed out on that. Well, I'm basically trying to manage the account. There are more opportunities that will also still come up in time. Okay, I actually increased it, but because it was on 1, and of course these are things that happen quite fast. Because it was on 1, I didn't notice that, okay, it was not 3 I pushed it to. So far I've won about 2 trades there while risking just little. So probably what I'll do at this point, while we're waiting for the next opportunity, maybe I'll just briefly pause the video so it's not so long, and we'll see how it goes. When the next opportunity comes, we'll start again from there. Okay, so another 5 minutes seems to be ending, and then another turnaround level seems to have formed here. So this, we may have another opportunity to go in big if it breaches that level. Let me still manage my risk, although I intend to go in bigger. Okay. Okay, so I didn't take it when it breached that level this time around because the trade would have not ended in the same minute. So Because of that, I didn't take it. The trade would have had to end in the next 1 minute. So that's the reason why I didn't take it. If not, at this level, when it came back up and breached it again, hit this level, that would have actually been another opportunity to sell. So, but the way this system works is this: if you enter into the trade within the first 30 seconds of the trade, then the trade ends in the same 1 minute. But if you enter in after the first 30 seconds, then the trade will end in the following 1 minute. Now, for some parts of the world, they have the option here of changing it to as little as 30 seconds. But for those of us trading from like Nigeria, that feature is not yet turned on. We just only can switch here to time frame, to percentage on this side. You can see, so I can use 1% of my balance. Get. Okay, although in this case it would have still worked after the breach because it still fell, for 1 minute afterwards, but it was not, from experience, there was not a risk I was willing to take. It was not a risk I was willing to take. So, I guess that would have been another opportunity, but that has passed, and I can say we missed that. So, let's pause the video again, and as we wait for another opportunity. Okay, so another 5 minutes is about ending. So if that ends above, we may have to draw another line here, but that will now be us entering in for if it breaches that will be us entering in for a buy trade this time around. And of course, we also have this 15 minutes level here as just above it, but you can see that in the past it's already breached that level and turned around. So if it comes down here, I can enter in for a buy opportunity. Though the buy opportunity is not something I'm so willing to take, because, like I said, the predominant trend is actually for sell. Although in these smaller time frames, it seems to have turned around and is trending up quite steadily. And of course, we just saw on euro that we have had a number of positive euro trades so far. So let's watch and see how this plays out. Usually I watch the 5 minutes point from here. So this is 41, so I know by the time it gets to 45, so it has hit the 15 minutes line there, but I may not take any action until probably it breaches this blue line. And that's when I may want to start taking good action. Okay, so I think I'll just take the first sell there. That's like a tester sell anyway. Let's see how that goes. If it breaches the blue line, then I'll enter in again more strongly. Okay, so this is the level where I can enter with much more capital because I'm very confident about it. Okay, so I entered in with more capital here because I'm quite confident about it and the levels that it just breached. So this is one of those type of trades that normally I can even pursue. Remember, the blue level, as you see, is a 30 minutes level, a 30 minutes distance. So I expect it to be stronger. Then in that level too, you know, it already breached the 15. So when you have multiple levels like that breached that are strong in higher time frame and stronger, we have 15 minutes there, we have 30 minutes, and we also have a kind of like a 5 minutes there. The confidence about the trade is usually more. So in this case, you can see that we won that trade. So this is a typical example of how I take my trades. You can see gradually, even without taking so much risk, even at $1 at a time. We started with $19. Right now we're on $22 plus. So I just go on like that gradually on the account, and you know, drawing it like that, you know, and before you know it, little has become small. Right now I've been, although because I'm talking and explaining, you know, I've also been a little bit slower. Then I also made some opportunities. But usually in a time whereby, okay, I'm fully concentrating and everything. So even though also for the multiple level thing, this place here, you can see it hits the overbought. This one also hits the overbought level 2, and plus the multiple levels stuff there that we had, you know. So all this combined, plus the fact that, okay, the main trend is also selling as far as we know, all this combined makes you to take a trade stronger and more confident, you know, and with the mind that, okay, I can go in stronger with this trade and expect to get the maximum profit or benefit from it. So I think we'll stop there in this video for now. I hope I've learned something, and you can see how accounts can be grown. So thank you so much for watching. If you gained something from this video, please subscribe to this channel and ensure you turn on the notification so that when situations like this, when good strategies explained in this depth come up, you know how to take them and how to gain the best from them.